I mean, documented, because in people, you can't get it from the people. I mean, some of the skills, you can't document the skills.
I see.
But about the knowledge, and you can document like experience in one field, that you can do sort of questionnaires, or one of the technique is storytelling, or you can get the knowledge from the experts in the company.
Is it a practical field? I mean, is it being used here a lot in Saudi Arabia?
Here, I knew lots of companies, they have knowledge management department. I applied to them, so it's well known in the industry.
Where can you mainly find it? I mean, is it in the business field? Is it in the science field? Where does it belong actually? Yes, or where does it mostly practice?
Yes.
Where do they practice it?
Mostly, you can say business, because they need to get the knowledge in the right time to make the decisions. So they invest in this knowledge management field a lot to make the right decision, and to save money and save time when they search for the knowledge. Maybe you have the knowledge next door, but you don't know it is with your colleague. So for people who has projects and experience, they want to document this knowledge and get the use of it.
Right.
Sometimes two colleagues, they work in one field, and his colleague, he just finished the same project he was going to start.
I see.
So if he doesn't know, he has the quotations or whatever of project he has, so he'll spend like 2 weeks doing the same process, and he will he'll waste time, but if he asks his colleague next door, he'll give it to him directly.
Right.
So here is where it comes the knowledge management expertise, or the specialists. So they are team. It's not one person, he can't collect all the knowledge. So their team could be one guy from the IT, could be one guy from the manufacturing, could be lots of group of team. They can help each other to collect this knowledge and to represent it in a well way. They could easily, and there is of course software that helps to help you to use the knowledge management.
Can you tell us more about your stay over there? It was England, right?
Yes.
Okay, because that's the main theme here. We want to know from your experiences, how did it go over there, like studying overseas and so on.
Yes, actually I did MSc in UK about knowledge management.
Took you how many years?
Took me 1 year, MSc 1 year, and I spent 4 months studying English.
Right.
In Milton Keynes, so it's not far from London, North London, like 50 miles.
Right.
So I spent like 1.5 months, 1.5 year.
Right. I'm going to ask you a question, which I'm going to ask Dr. Jerry also. Your version of the survival kit for overseas living, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yes, we already know that you have just recently arrived to Saudi Arabia, right?
At the end of September last year, yes.
I see. And how do you find it? How do you find the Qassim so far, or Saudi Arabia in general?
Well, it's different. I come from Germany, it's very different.
I see.
But I find it exciting, and I prepared myself. I knew that it will be different. I didn't know how it will be, but I knew it will be different.
We're curious. What was the preparations? I mean, did you search the internet? Did you ask friends?
Well, I have a lot of friends, but nobody was in Saudi Arabia before. So,
so of course, you did your homework, and you searched about the place.
I informed myself on internet, of course, and I've got some information from Alhabib group, from my new employer, to prepare myself, and that's what I did.
But by the end of the day, you have a virtual image of the place. You had expectations, right? So when you came here, did it turn out the way you expected? It's different.
It's a difficult question because I really, well, I knew it will be hot here. It was hot. And, well, okay, I can say 50% maybe.
Right, right.
Okay.
So what's the level of the cultural shock?
It's not, you cannot tell it's a shock. It's okay, it's another culture, and you know, if you decide to live in another country, you have to know about the culture something before, and you have to respect it, and then you will be respected too, and that's what I did.
But that phase of disorientation, that indifference. I mean, you come here, you find everything being different, so you tell yourself, yeah, well, the difference is charming. But after that, you feel that it's really not that charming. Why? Because it is different, right? So how do you survive the wave?
Well,
just go with the flow.
Yeah, something like this. Of course. What can you do? You know, I'm alone here. I'm without family, so well. I started to work on the second day. I came 3 o'clock in the night, and second day at 9 o'clock I started to work at the hospital. Wow. So, okay, I couldn't see anything from Qassim, and well,
you should give this guy a tour, man. Seriously.
Well, as they say, if you're in Rome, do like Romans. So, this is what what apparently your experience was. Moving on to Muaaz.
Yes.
Muaaz, you had the same experience. I mean, the living in another culture.
Opposite direction.
Yeah, the opposite direction actually. But it's the same experience because it's totally different.
Yeah.
The German culture, as Dr. Gary said, it's totally different. So how was it for you at the beginning?
Yeah, actually, the internet was really helpful for me. I searched a lot through the Saudi students in UK. They have 4, so I searched on that website. They give a guide for the new students who will be writing how to use the YouTube, the tube, the underground, how to register in the Culture Bureau in London. Actually, it helped me a lot. But when I arrived there to London Heathrow, really it was a difficult time for me because I went from Riyadh at